doing something productive, even if it's minimal. If everybody does their own little part, we could all contribute to a big piece.
I'm here in Rice Park in downtown historic St. Paul, which is within blocks of electric charging stations powering cleaner transportation alternatives. How could we ensure that not only some, but all have access to choices that are better for our planet? Today I'm talking with Yesi Robles Pelayo, who's a fleet logistics and shop assistant manager with Hourcar Evie, working on providing access to electric vehicles for communities who wouldn't otherwise have it.
I'm Yesenia. I introduce myself to people as Yesi because it's shorter and easier. And I don't know, I've been called that my whole life. Single mother, I work for the city of St. Paul now. What I love about the Twin Cities is it's so diverse, and you get a lot of different people. You get to see different cultures, food. Everybody has parades out here. It's really neat. Not only that, they have hiking trails. I love the outdoors, so I'll go out to the bluffs. They have caves. There's so many different things. There's lakes. I don't know, the summertime is beautiful. You can do whatever, bike. That's what I love about here.
What was life like growing up for you? Where did you grow up? I'd love to know more.
I grew up in California, over by the Bay Area. You see a lot of homelessness right now. A lot of people are either in gangs or, a lot of poverty. When the houses went down, a lot of families became homeless. And at the time, you went to jail if you were homeless. So then you had to pay restitution fines, and it's a whole circle. You can't get out.
What did you want to be growing up?
Ooh, that changed a lot. I wanted to be a firefighter and police, the first two. So then I wanted to be in the army, like the main goal. I wanted to make that my career. I was in there for my time. I fractured both of my femurs, just fractured my pelvis. It was doing one of the airborne jumps. I locked up my knees and didn't disperse my weight properly. And so I got out with an honorable medical discharge. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. It's kind of like, I was angry at the world at the time. I ended up homeless for a while. Honestly, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Everything, I tried little things here and there, resale, upholstery, you name it. And it wasn't the right fit. I'm bisexual, but my parents weren't really, completely Roman Catholic. Let me just put it like that. So I didn't come back home. And I toughed it up. There reaches a time where you can't breathe, and you know that you want something better, and you want to be a better, productive person in society. You want to be happy and just, be able to breathe in the air and smell it. You know what I mean? Without, being miserable. So I went to my probation officer. We talked about it, and he thought, for some reason, they believed in me, and they helped me come out here with my mom, and I had to show them that I wanted it badly, so I got my 2 jobs, full time, and then I applied for school, went back there, and it's hard, but if you don't give up, it gets better, you know what I mean? And I showed them that I could, and after that, it's a drive for me every single day, because I never, ever not want to be able to say, I can't feed myself. I can't go somewhere and shower. I have nowhere to sleep, and that's all I want. And nowadays, I don't want my daughter, I have a daughter now, and I have hopes that one day she looks and sees, oh, look, mama always did this to help and try to better life for everybody else. Right now, I take her to work with me whenever I don't have childcare, and I'll sit her in my lap, and I'll be, and she'll want to come help me, work on the car, just the little things. So I hope that she learns how to work hard.
Are there any other challenges that came up on the journey that were relevant for you that you kind of were navigating?
I never really fit in because here my English isn't the greatest. In Mexico, my Spanish isn't the greatest. So it's just people looking at you different. You go to the store, you try to get a job, and if they see you first, I guess the race and the sexuality challenge were one of the biggest ones. I just had to learn to love myself and grow more as a person and accept everything, because who is anybody to judge, you know? Even myself, I've done some things I can't judge the next person, and I can't judge myself either, because all I can do is better the person I am today. No matter the color, race, sexuality, we're all the same if you get to know the next person. Oh, they're homeless, they stink. I've come to learn and find out that sometimes those are the nicest people, and they're just not given an opportunity because that's the life that they were born into. Give everybody the chance, because you don't know, you might be missing out on an amazing friendship, networking opportunity, life partner, you don't know. Yeah. Or maybe it could be someone that in the future might be able to help you when you don't foresee it. Everybody looks at things in different perspectives. It's just like they say, everybody loves differently, and you can't expect someone to love you the same way. It's the same with life, you know? I feel like just because we see something in a certain way, it doesn't mean that like that next person could see it just a little bit different than us. And when you put it all down together, I'm missing something that they have, and they have, you know, we're all pieces of something that is a big working machine, and together we work better than not.
What is the work that you do, and where do you work?
I work for Hourcar. It's also /Evie program, because it's a nonprofit organization, and it's also City of St. Paul now and Minneapolis. So what we do, I'm an assistant manager for the fleet and logistics, as well as a mobile fleet technician. So I fix cars remotely at different locations if they need anything that I can do out in the field. I have a jack and tools in the back of my car. I also charge them, clean them, I assign and dispatch for the whole crew. To the right side, we have a whole section of multifamily homes that are lower income families. So that's who we really started the program for, to help anybody that can't really afford it be able to afford transportation for groceries, to get their kids to school, the little basic stuff. And we have programs that let them drive it for $1. And so that's what really got me into working here in the beginning, because, you know, there's a lot of families that, given the opportunity, they could grow. And so if we're here helping them and making sure that they're safe.
I think sometimes, if we just think about climate solutions or any type of solutions, like sometimes the thought is, how do we just make something that's better for the environment? But then you need to really think of things like comprehensively and holistically, like how do we actually make things safer and better and like more affordable and more convenient for people?
Yeah, I like it. And you do see a lot of people that actually are so grateful, because sometimes I get to a car there to fix something so that they could get on their way or give them a jump start or something, and you see them and they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I needed to get to my doctor's appointment, or whatever the case may be, or a date. It don't matter, you know, whatever they need. So lower income families can't afford to actually be a part of the progress. And right now a lot of them do love the fact that they're fully electric. We do have the whole side. And we have out on the street, so they're one way. You can drive them, drop them off, and we'll figure out, my team figures out the rest of the logistics part.
Oh, I love that. That's really convenient too, so that they don't have to like return it to the same spot. Right. And
I feel going full electric helps with the ozone, it helps with climate solutions, it helps reduce noise as well as smell and toxins. So I think it is a good way forward.
Could you talk about what is it that motivates you to do the work that you do?
In the past, you know, I didn't come from the greatest background, and I joined the military, got out, and I wanted to see some progress. I wanted to be part of the better tomorrow. I wanted to, you know, and then that in play, I ended up having a baby recently, and that just gives me more motivation, more push to keep you know, doing something productive, even if it's minimal. If everybody does their own little part, we could all contribute to a big piece.
How could people support the work that you're doing?
I feel like the best way to be able to support this company and help us move forward in helping more people is come check it out, try it out, and see for yourself. from your experience, you're able to tell another person. And if you see someone struggling that doesn't have transportation or that needs some sort of help, you could always mention there's this that's affordable for people. And just the little things, you know, it doesn't hurt. Like, help them, whether it's to get some food or to have a simple conversation. Because I've had simple conversations with a bunch of random homeless people because I was in that situation, and most of them just need someone to talk to. And if they hear your story after they're able to tell theirs, and you could give them, oh, here, this is where you could go, or this is how you could get there, whatever, you know, just a little act of kindness could go far away. And if there were more people paying it forward, it would be a nice place, you know.
Are there any lessons you have for your younger self as you kind of think back on any of those challenges?
For my younger self, I'd tell her, you know, there is a brighter day, don't quit. I mean, you're just the same as anybody else. You could do whatever you set your mind to. Yeah. It's not giving up, and don't let other people tear you down, and continue to being good-hearted because the world needs it, you know. We are all amazing just the way we are, you know? Like you said, you can't give up because if you want to make a difference, you got to be the difference, you know? Hi, I'm Yesi Robles Pelayo. I work for Evie, Hourcar, as a fleet logistics assistant manager. I'm helping the world reach drawdown by reducing emissions with our all-electric fleet of vehicles.